Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Breviary Basics, where we bring you short instructional videos on how to pray the Liturgy of the Hours. My name is Nathan, and as always, I am coming to you from the St. Thomas More House of Prayer, where it is our mission to pray and promote the Liturgy of the Hours, the public and communal prayer of the Catholic Church. Today we are going to look at two sections of the Liturgy of the Hours prayer books, the Psalter and the Proper of Seasons. While it is true that the Psalter makes up only a fraction of the prayer book, it is the very heart and soul of the Church's prayer. The Psalms have been called the voice of the Church as she cries out to God in adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, and supplication. It has been said of the Psalms that because God knows best how we ought to praise Him, He inspired the hymns by which we would offer Him fitting praise and adoration. And so Christians have been taking up and praying the Psalms since the earliest days of the Church in order to worship and adore God, confess their sins, give Him thanks, and cry out to Him for deliverance in times of distress. It should be no surprise then that the Psalter is the most frequently used part of the Liturgy of the Hours prayer books. Now, if you look at the Psalter, you will see that it is divided up into 4 weeks. In the single volume Christian prayer book, you have 2 psalms and either an Old Testament or New Testament canticle for morning and evening prayer every day of the week. In the complete 4-volume set, your weekly Psalter gives you psalms not only for morning and evening prayer, but for office of readings and the daytime hours as well. The question that often comes up, however, is how do we know which week of the Psalter we are currently in? This is where you will need the other section of the prayer book that I mentioned, the Proper of Seasons. Now I'm going to speak to those who are using the single volume Christian prayer book first. In Christian prayer, the Proper of Seasons is the very first section of the prayer book, and it provides you with daily readings, responsories, intercessions, prayers, etc. for the seasons of Advent, Christmas, Lent, and Easter, along with some additional feast days and solemnities. For the rest of the year, however, what we call ordinary time, you will just find proper antiphons for the canticles and concluding prayers for morning and evening prayer on Sundays only. Now, for you who are using the 4-volume prayer books, in addition to what I just said above regarding Christian prayer, the Proper of Seasons is also going to give you specific readings for each day of the year for the hour known as Matins or Office of Readings. By the way, don't forget to join us daily, Monday through Friday, for Matins in the morning. Office of Readings aside though, what I am about to say applies to both prayer books. If you want to know which day of the Psalter we are currently in, you first need to know which week of the liturgical year we are in. This is very easy to find out. While you could just pay attention at Mass or pick up a bulletin on the way out of church, a simple Google search should also be able to tell you what the previous Sunday was in the church calendar. If last Sunday was the first Sunday of ordinary time, well then we are in the first week of ordinary time. Once you know this, you can then turn to the Proper of Seasons and find the prayers that are proper for the previous Sunday. When you locate that page, you will see at the very top which week of the Psalter we are currently in. Of course, if you are ever unsure for some reason, go over to liturgyofthehours.org/today's pages, and there you can find exactly where we are at for morning and evening prayer using both the Christian prayer book and the 4-volume set. Well, that is going to do it for this episode of Breviary Basics. As always, if you have any questions that you would like answered or ideas for things that we could address in future episodes, drop a comment below or email us at info@liturgyofthehours.org. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Until next time, God bless, and together let us continue to pray and promote the Liturgy of the Hours.